Good morning, Scapers, and welcome back if you've been on my channel before. Today we have This Week in Runescape's patch notes and update for the 29th of January. So grab your cup of coffee, and let's get ready to read. Alright, so we have new market outfit and the progression newsletter This Week in RuneScape for, as I said, the 29th of January. A new marketplace outfit, the next stage of the combat beta, and your personalized end of the year review, and a ton of patches. We have the ceremonial Djinn marketplace sale. Be part of the Djinn crowd with the new stunning necromancy outfit, fresh out of and then you can buy it for 470 rune coins on free to play or 423 on members. Purchasing it will unlock the wardrobe and in the customization interface. With this, you get the headpiece, the robe, the bottoms, the gloves, and the boots. Following that, we have the combat beta. The next part of the combat beta is now live. Jump in to playtest a bunch of the new changes and let us know what you think. To get started, you can use the Jagex launcher by clicking the link that is on the RuneScape homepage. The link will let you log in through the beta. And if you don't have the Jagex launcher, you can click the other link here. And then you can submit your feedback via their Discord, or looks like the Reddit. They have the subreddit. Even if you feel like you don't do a lot of combat change and it won't affect your day-to-day life, we would still love you to give the combat beta a try. After all, these changes might be the inspiration you need to try out more combat in the future. Once you're done, here's how to get back into the live game. You can close the clients, right-click the Jagex launcher on your icon, click exit, wait a few seconds, and then load the launcher as normal. And then with the other one, with just the regular without the launcher, you can just close it and reload it as normal. Moving on, we have your end of year newsletter. This is actually pretty cool, and they kind of send out emails sometimes like this. Millions of experience points, hundreds of boss kills, and way too many swordfish. If you'd like to know how your RuneScape 2023 panned out, make sure you opt in for our upcoming newsletter. You'll receive a full breakdown of your top stats for the last year, hopefully giving you plenty to brag out and perhaps some inspiration for your 2024 goals. I haven't received an email like this, but I would love to see something like this on mine. We'll start out sending these reviews at the end of this month, so you still have time to opt in, and you can opt in here by the link on the home page. Moving on, we have the Prime Game Drop. And this month it is just 3 Umbral chests, so if you have your Amazon Prime Gaming hooked up, go grab that. And then following that, we have some scheduled maintenance for January 30th between 9 and 12 game time and some other game times. During this period, all worlds will temporarily be unavailable for up to 3 hours. We apologize for the inconvenience of the downtime, and we'll keep players informed of any changes in the estimated schedule. Now we have Treasure Hunter calendar, what's up next and what is going on. From the 30th to the 31st, we have Catagon. After that, we have February 1st to the 5th, we have the Phoenix the Rising. And then we move on to one of the bigger parts of this week. We have the patch notes. Starting it off, we have the community hit list. Storing noted items in the herb bag no longer will exceed the limit of the herb bag. Reduced font size of long quest names that overlapped in the wiki quick guide button in the top right corner of the quest interface. Add a quick guide option for text to this wiki button to make it clear what it does. Runes in phase 7 of Zamrock encounter will once again heal above their max HP on death. Values have been slightly adjusted to account for solo mode, having halved rune HP to reduce the chance of double killing runes. That was great. Christmas removed some full stop of the Collington Ember's name, removed the Christmas area in Barthrobe. In Necromancy, they fixed an issue where necromancy attacks were incorrectly being considered as weakness for Raziel, the first necromancer, granting a higher base hit chance than intended. Increased the penalty for necromancy equipment when used in conjunction with equipment from other styles to better reflect the intention of necromancy sitting outside of the combat triangle. Now we have graphical and animations. Fixed an issue where some bones were floating in the air in the Edgeville dungeon. Fixed an issue to that misplaced top of the machinery of the Polovinch Slayer dungeon. Fixed an issue with an examine text, graphically updated in Edgeville dungeon. The hedge near the small house in the Legends Guild has been moved to prevent clipping. The retro gathered skirt no longer stretches when dual wielding crossbows. The archer arm guard no longer stretches when using a specific combination of cosmetics. Stretching does not occur when both the Teeth Collector's Gloves, and Infernal Cerberus Fallids override. The Colossal Man Jacket belt does not stretch when using the home teleport. Fixed a stretching issue with Krill's God Crusher leg armor that sometimes occurred when balancing on a Serenity post. Some of the issues with woodcutting animations have been fixed. The ticket vendor no longer stands inside a rock in Remington. Remove force walk tiles near the farm in Falador. Small visual adjustments have been made towards Hero Pass longbows. The polycolor of the Arc Glacier weapons have now been updated to match more closely. Fixed a clipping issue with this rest override. Two-handed weapons now aligned with both hands while the Radiant Crusader outfit is applied. Fixed an issue with the Cape of Legends clipping through male characters. The drinking horn no longer changes to Beerstein when walking with it. A small graphical issue with the Dragonkin jet heads have been fixed. Fixed some issues with the Rona's jet head. Fixed an issue with the Ilijankin Traveler's wand override where it would not move along with the player well seethed. Fixed an issue to dismiss animation for the Love Bug and the Love Bird pets. The banana overrides can no longer be seethed. The Abyssal Orb is now correctly held with the player's hand. Fixed an animation issue that would occur with the Angry Walk override. Fixed the brightness with the main hand Wen weapon when died using the Aurora die. We have Game Jam. Several decimal separators have been added across the game. Several typos and other minor text across the game have been fixed. When the effect of the Dark Facet of Luck doubles a clue casket, players will now receive a chat message in case they miss the object due to being too fast. The portable fairy rings and spirit tree rerouters are no longer erroneously referred to as fairy ring teleporters and spirit tree teleporters. Messages about the Grand Seed Pod have become info boxes to be less intrusive. The examining text of the Waterfall Fishing Teleport has been changed slightly. One of the easy clues has been changed to acknowledge the existence of two squires in the White Knight's castle rather than one. And now we move on to the general patch notes. We've added support for movement abilities such as Surge and Dive within Ancient Awakening quests. If you have PvP enabled in the Wilderness, the warning pop-up will now tell you that you can speak with Vala in Edgeville. The clock has been moved closer to the battery icon in mobile. Smithing interface upgrades with yellow highlights on their box. Currency handling has been changed to allow all oddments and reward shop currencies to cap out without going negative. The tier of Robin Hood hat tunic is now correctly displayed in the tooltips. Updated the Ellen's cape within the Max Guild so that the Necromancy cape appears after the magic and mining capes. The POH enchant tablets now work with certain gemstones. Updated the destroy message for the Penance Master Horns. Players are no longer able to obtain divination fragments when they already own the Elder Divination outfit set. The typo has been fixed for Serenic Chaps and Elite Serenic Chaps. Fixed a pathing issue with the Org Spit Roast at the Field Dip Hills. The Scroll of Cleansing will now correctly inform players about the material that was saved, rune crafting potions. Fixed an issue with Dreziel's name appearing incorrectly during the Priest of Peril quest. When burning corrupt magic logs on Portable Brazier, the player will accompanying chat messages will no longer mention protein logs. The building of statues of the chapel and the fort will no longer show tier higher than 3. The Shattered World's Equip Me checkbox now stays unchecked as long as any other preset other than current is selected. Fixed Draugr Longsword and the Flaming Sword enchantment to be correctly lined up with each other. The icon for the perfect build when building the lodestone and sight gate at the fort have been removed as there's no perfect option for them. Players can now interact with Miniature Evil Tree after relogging. Fixed an issue with Power Burst potions having an elongated cooldown. Fixed an issue that allowed the Economy Building for Dummies book to be equipped in a player main hand slot via the bank. Fixed an issue that blocked the option to rotate the camera within the Livid Farm using keybinds. The treasure rest animation will no longer display incorrectly in the customized interface. Updated the Scrimshaw's buff to no longer have incorrect information about its duration. Corrected a typo about related to archaeology skill inside the Norden area. Textual references to Mandrith being in Edgeville have been corrected. The tooltip about an empty familiar slot has been updated. An issue where duplicate locations would be shown when exiting via Death's Hourglass have been fixed. Removed an extra offhand weapon, the dagger, the Chaos Witch Channeler, which just leaves the skull. Blue Dragon Scales can now be banked by Signs of the Porter. A typo examine of Raksha Idol has been fixed. Added a tooltip that states when the player doesn't have enough room in their backpack while hovering over the claim button in the Grand Exchange or in the Treasure Hunter A typo in the Praetor's log page 3 have been fixed. Fixed a typo within weekly progress reward screening in the challenges UI. The buff bar now updates when a prayer curse is being disabled by a creature. The examine option in Diego's item retrieval now correctly displays the examine text of items. Updated the prize information for protein memory, protein planks, 1 on treasure hunter. The player now is able to use WASD keys to move the camera while transmogged into Moya. The name of the tiny protein packs is now consistent in places where it's mentioned. Fixed an issue that prevented the giant Champa familiar from dealing damage to targets when Explode Scroll was used. The We've Come a Long Way achievement is now correctly locked by a level 90 necromancy requirement. Fixed an issue with the quest journal not always linking to the correct quest when clicking on quest prerequisites. Turkey Book and Magical Bunny Notepaper, which load their holiday event information into the quest journal, now hide their inappropriate or inoperable wiki overview and history buttons. Not inappropriate. The option to change Hero Pass missions is no longer available when interacting with Viswags. Corrupt Snipe and Corrupted Sonic Wave can now be rotated in the animation preview window. Sprout, the pet of seasons, is now correctly named in the chat box message when unlocking the pet. Fixed typos and inconsistencies in music tracks. Updated some inconsistent spells of artifact within the Ancient Awakening quest. The botanist workbench labeling is now consistent across all tables or all tabs. If a player is doing the tutorial and buys a key package with Death Touch shards, they no longer will be told to move to a safe area to claim. They will be asked to complete the tutorial first. Removed an option or an extra option from the mobile to destroy from the destroy prompt message. Ooh, that was a lot to get through. But now that we're through, we have the community showcase. We have some great art as always, with some of the users doing phenomenal work. And we have some of the Scapers screenshots here from around Gielinor. And of course, to end it off, we have the last little bit, which is the pink skirts. They're hosting the Corporal Beast on January 29th in 123, the Kelphite King on February the 3rd in 35, and then they're doing a Town Square Q&A on February 3rd as well in World 3. You can find more information if you're interested in that in the Runescape post that I'll link in the description. And then last but not least, we have the Community Spotlight, the Great Gielinor Race, free-to-play edition. Join the Runescape Discord mentor team as they host the first Gielinor race, a free-to-play hide-and-seek and scavenger hunt event. If interested, you can grab the Learner Events role in the official Runescape Discord and sign up with the host form provided in the pin of Learner Events discussion. You must be in the Runescape Discord the day of the event to see the location riddles. Alright, and that wraps up this week in RuneScape for the 29th. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to subscribe. It is free and it really helps out the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. As I said, your engagement really supports this channel. I create these videos to share information with everyone, and the best part is you can play it in the background. Hopefully we can keep the conversation going, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay informed, and thanks again. Thanks for coming by.